Have you ever voted and felt your choice didn't really matter? You're not alone. Millions participate in elections only to be left confused by the results. What if the problem isn't just politics but mathematics? Could a truly fair democracy be mathematically impossible? This isn't a conspiracy. It's a real mathematical puzzle that's challenged great minds for centuries. The way we count votes is filled with hidden traps and paradoxes that can completely change outcomes. We'll explore how common voting systems can silence new voices, and why even alternatives like ranked choice voting have surprising flaws. At the heart of it all is Arrow's Impossibility Theorem, which proves no voting system with 3 or more options can ever be completely fair. So, is the search for a perfect democracy hopeless? Let's find out. Most of us know first past the post. One vote, one candidate, most votes wins. It's simple and easy to count, but hides a serious flaw. A candidate can win without a majority. Imagine 3 candidates. A gets 40%, B gets 35%, C gets 25%. A wins, but 60% didn't want A. This isn't rare. Many elected officials win with less than half the vote. The system can even let a party form government without a majority of total votes. Then there's the spoiler effect. A third candidate can split the vote, changing the outcome. In 2000, Ralph Nader's run may have cost Al Gore the presidency by splitting votes in Florida. This forces voters to choose strategically, not honestly. The result? Many feel their voices are ignored and the system is rigged. Is there a better way? First past the post doesn't just skew single elections. It shapes entire political landscapes. It leads to two-party dominance, a pattern so predictable it's called Duverger's law. Voters fear wasting their vote on third parties, so they pick the lesser evil among the big two. This cycle starves new parties of support, media, and funding. Ambitious politicians flock to major parties, draining smaller ones of talent. The result? Polarization, limited choices, and innovative ideas ignored. The system meant to be simple ends up silencing many voices. To fix these problems, many look to ranked choice voting, RCV. Instead of picking one candidate, you rank them by preference. If no one gets a majority, the lowest candidate is eliminated, and their votes are redistributed, repeating until someone passes 50%. RCV reduces the spoiler effect. Your vote can go to your second choice if your favorite is eliminated. This encourages honest voting and gives smaller parties a fairer shot. Winners tend to have broader support, not just a passionate base. RCV can also encourage more civil campaigns, since candidates want to be voters' second or third choices. The result? More positive, less polarized debates. But is RCV flawless? Not quite. Ranked choice. Voting isn't perfect. Mathematics guarantees every system has flaws. One strange flaw is the non-monotonicity paradox. Ranking a candidate higher can actually make them lose. Imagine 3 candidates, Anita, Ben, and Charles. A small change, 2 voters ranking Anita higher, can cause her to lose instead of win. If Ben is eliminated instead of Charles, and Ben's votes mostly go to Charles, Charles can win, even though Anita gains support. This feels illogical, but it's a real risk in RCV. The paradox is rare, but it shows that even better systems can produce unfair results. No matter how we count, some outcomes will defy common sense. The lesson? Every system has trade-offs. We can improve fairness, but perfection is out of reach. So what does this mean for group decisions? Voting paradoxes aren't just for big elections. They show up in everyday choices. Condorcet's paradox reveals how group preferences can become a logical loop. Imagine 3 friends choosing pizza. Pepperoni, mushroom, pineapple. Pairwise votes. Pepperoni beats mushroom, mushroom beats pineapple, but pineapple beats pepperoni. The group's preferences form a cycle. No clear winner. Even with rational individuals, the group's will can be irrational. This isn't just a quirky math problem. It's a fundamental challenge for any voting system. It shows why finding a single best choice for a group can be impossible. The paradox haunts every attempt at fair group decision-making. So, Can any system escape these traps? These paradoxes point to a deeper truth proven by Kenneth Arrow in 1951. Arrow's Impossibility Theorem shows no voting system with 3 or more choices can meet all fairness criteria at once. He defined basic rules. If everyone prefers A over B, so should the group. No single voter should dictate the outcome, and supporting a candidate more shouldn't hurt them. Every system fails at least one test. First past the post can elect unpopular winners. RCV can violate monotonicity. Condorcet's method can create cycles. Fix one flaw, another appears. Arrow's theorem means the perfect voting system is mathematically impossible. We must choose which flaws we can live with and which values matter most. The quest isn't for perfection, but for the best possible compromise. With perfection off the table, reformers look for practical improvements. Approval voting is one such idea. Vote for as many candidates as you like, and the most approved wins. It's simple. No rankings, no runoffs, just tally approvals. This system eliminates the spoiler effect. You can support a favorite and a backup without penalty. It tends to elect broadly acceptable candidates, not just polarizing ones. Critics say it doesn't show how strongly you feel, but its simplicity is a strength. Approval. Voting avoids many paradoxes and is easy to implement. It's not perfect, but it's a step toward fairer, more representative elections. Sometimes, better is good enough. We've seen that every voting system has flaws, some subtle, some glaring. If perfection is impossible, why bother? Because democracy isn't about flawless math. It's about participation, accountability, and peaceful change. Understanding these flaws empowers us to demand better systems and more honest debates. Your vote is more than a number. It's your voice and your values. Even in an imperfect system, collective action can drive real change. High turnout and new ideas shape future elections, even if they don't win today. Democracy is a living process, not a perfect machine. The impossibility of perfection means our work is never done. We must keep learning, debating, and pushing for reforms that make our system fairer. In the end, democracy's beauty is in the struggle to govern ourselves, together. As we close our journey, let's step back and look at the big picture. The mathematics of democracy is a puzzle with no perfect solution, a landscape filled with trade-offs, paradoxes, and surprising outcomes. We've seen how simple systems can lead to unfair results, and how even the most clever designs can't escape mathematical limitations like Arrow's theorem. But here's the real insight. These challenges aren't just obstacles, they're opportunities. Each flaw we uncover is a chance to rethink, refine, and reimagine how collective decisions are made. The math teaches us humility, but also resilience. It pushes us to ask better questions and to innovate, not just accept the status quo. The future of democracy isn't written in equations alone. It lives in the conversations we have, the reforms we support, and the willingness to keep improving. Whether through new voting methods, stronger civic education, or simply showing up to vote, every action nudges the system closer to our ideals. Democracy's equation will never be solved for good, but it will always be worth working on, together. The next chapter belongs to all of us.